Hello everyone, I am Sports Wiz 101 and today I'll be giving you my predictions for week 16 of the NFL season. So we'll be predicting all of these games set to take place in week number 16. Last week, a bit of a step back for us. We had been doing pretty well. Last week we only went like 10-6, so we'll look to do a bit better here. And we'll start off, again, skipping the primetime games like we usually do. A lot of Saturday games this week. The NFL avoiding Christmas Day as much as they possibly can, so most of the games are on Saturday. There are 3 Christmas Day games, but Saturday, Christmas Eve, the majority of the games will take place on that day. So we'll start in the AFC, Texans, Titans, and for the Titans, this one's been a bit interesting because Tennessee has not exactly looked that well the past few weeks. Houston has, granted in losing efforts for the Texans, but taking the Cowboys and the Chiefs down to the wire in one-score games, that's pretty big. However, I don't think the Texans are playing quite good enough to beat the Titans yet. So I'll take Tennessee here to win. Tennessee is still able to hold on to their lead in the AFC South. Next up, Bengals and Patriots. If the Bengals win this game, they will lock up a playoff spot, and then they can defend their AFC championship that they won last year. Here, give me Cincinnati. I just think their offense is too good for the Patriots to contend with, and especially with New England's offense being a bit lackluster. So give me Cincinnati there. I'll count Raiders-Steelers as more of a primetime game, so we'll skip that. On to the interconference games, starting off with the Bills and the Bears. This one is Saturday. It's my lock of the week, perhaps more of a curse of the week. But give me Buffalo. I don't see how they lose this game. Granted, Carl Sheffer is going to be officiating that, and it seems that he tends to favor the underdog in his officiating. So, if that holds true on Saturday, then might not be a good day for Buffalo. But nonetheless, you look at the talent of the teams on the field and away from the officiating, yeah, there's no way Buffalo loses this game. They are a way more talented team than Chicago. So give me Buffalo there. Next up, the Seahawks taking on my Chiefs. Kansas City locked up the AFC West just last week. They're now trying to get that home field. They'll need to win out and hope that Buffalo loses at least once to do that. I think Kansas City will put pressure on Buffalo here by beating the Seahawks at Arrowhead against a Seahawks team that's just dealing with injuries left and right. I mean, Tyler Lockett, for one, is not expected to play. The top running back, Kenneth Walker, is injured as well. And there's a few other starters that are at least on the injury report and missed practice last I saw, but that's not going to bode well for Seattle at all. Give me the Chiefs there. Falcons, Ravens. Atlanta might need to win this game in order to stay in the race for the NFC South. But I think we are going to start seeing those eliminations when it comes to the South. And that will include the Ravens winning at home over the Falcons. I've heard that this could be when Lamar Jackson comes back for Baltimore. So that'll be a big plus for them. And I think if he does return, that'll be enough for them to get a comfortable win over the Falcons. Saints, Browns, taking place in Cleveland. I'll take the Browns. I just think their offense is going to maybe heat up a bit here and do just enough for a win over New Orleans. All right, moving on to the NFC matchups. The New York Giants, fresh off a huge win over the Commanders, taking on the Vikings, fresh off a huge win of their own. And in fact, it was an NFL record-setting win for largest comeback victory. as they came back from a 33-0 deficit against the Colts. And here, I just believe too much in whatever magic the Vikings use to win their close games. So give me Minnesota to beat the Giants. Detroit Lions, all of a sudden, they're in the playoff race. And in fact, I'd probably consider them a favorite to get one of the wild cards in the NFC. And I think they do that. They prove that a bit more by going to Carolina and beating the Carolina Panthers. Give me Detroit in this one. The Washington Commanders set to take on the San Francisco 49ers. The Commanders are going to need to start winning some games here soon in order to stay in the race for the wild cards. But I just don't think they win a game against a team that I think, as of right now, is the second best team in the NFC, that being the 49ers. Give me San Francisco in that one. And we'll move on to the team that I do think is the best team in the NFC. The team that has an argument for best team in the NFL. It's the Philadelphia Eagles, but it's an Eagles team that might not have Jalen Hurts. And they're going to go to Dallas and try and lock up not just the NFC East, but home field in the NFC playoffs. That's right. If the Eagles win this game, they lock up home field in the NFC with 2 games to play. We still have Week 17 to go. We still have Week 18 to go, and yet Philadelphia has an opportunity to lock up home field. And yet, I don't think it happens this week. Give me Dallas, especially if the Eagles are without Dak Prescott for this one. Give me the Cowboys right there. So moving on and looking at the other games. Thursday Night Football, Jaguars, Jets. These are 2 teams that could really use a win right about now. Both of them a game out of their desired playoff spot. The Jets are a game out of a wild card. The Jaguars a game out of the AFC South. And at this point, I just like the way the Jaguars are playing it. I think the Jets' offense maybe cost them another game. Give me Jacksonville to keep the pressure on the Titans in the South. Jaguars just seem like a team that no one really wants to play right now. Looking elsewhere, Raiders, Steelers. This will be Christmas Eve evening, I should say. And it'll be a rematch of the Immaculate Reception game. But aside from that, not much interesting here going on. I guess you could also say that both of these teams are trying to stave off playoff elimination. So that'll be interesting. And I think this game comes down to coaching, which I think one of these teams has the clear superior coach, that being Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin, I think, will have the Steelers ready for this one. And they will beat the Raiders. Now, I do think they both get eliminated this week. But the Steelers are going to make it so that other teams have to win to eliminate them. They're not going to make playoff elimination easy. Give me the Steelers there. Chargers, Colts. Chargers, they've got a chance to lock up a playoff spot this week. Colts could be eliminated from the playoffs by the time this game starts. So, here I like the Chargers. I think their defense playing at a level that Indy just will not be able to handle. And I think that will help the Chargers to get the road victory over the Colts. Now looking at the Christmas Day games. Green Bay heads to Miami to play the Dolphins, and this is really a must-win for the Packers to stay in the playoff race against a Miami team that may seem to figure them out. I don't have that much faith in the Packers' defensive coaching staff to really copy that game plan that has helped shut the Dolphins down. So give me Miami to win this game in a game that I think could be fairly close just because of how desperate the Packers might be at this point. Then in the afternoon, I'll call this my upset of the week. Broncos, Rams. Give me the Rams. Broncos, I believe, are favored by about 2.5. I like the Rams here, mainly because I trust their offense at this point more than I trust the Broncos' offense. I think these are two good to great defenses stuck with middling, average at best offenses. And even then, average might be a compliment to these two. These are two teams with very disappointing seasons. But if I was going to pick one of these offenses to just all of a sudden drop 30 points on someone out of nowhere, it'd probably be the Rams. So give me LA in that one. And then Sunday night, it's the Buccaneers traveling to the desert, facing the Cardinals. The Buccaneers trying to hold on to their NFC South lead against a team that has already been eliminated from the playoffs. And here, I think Tom Brady will do everything in his power to get Tampa Bay as close as possible to that playoff berth that the NFC South champion will get. So give me Tampa Bay to win this one over a Cardinals team that has been without Kyler Murray now for a couple of weeks. There you go. There are my picks for Week 16 of the NFL season. If you like this, please like and subscribe for more to come in the following weeks. I've been the Sports Wiz 101, and I will see you all later.